Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh Bashem Yashai B'Shem Kodash. Shalom to the elect only. All right. Of course, peace be to the election, the 144,000 Hanabiyah and the prophets. Hara Ashim, the heats of the governing body that shall Mashal, which is ruled by Hamalakwat in the kingdom, by Shemaim in heaven, Ashar, by Ratazah, which shall be here on earth. All right. I want to give, of course, all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh Bashem Yashai B'Shem Kodash infinitely, and of course shalom to the rest of the 1/3, which are no prophets but are believers in the words of Yahweh Shem Yashai, which collectively with the prophets will have the Thawah, which is a mark of exemption from the judgment, will be guided by through the faith of Yahweh Shem Yashai, and will have that exemption from the judgment. All right, being the ICBM missiles which shall hit America and various places in the world, bringing a refreshment to this earth, a cleansing, all right, a kapar, a purging, all right, of all of the wickedness and the filth that being placed here on earth under the rulership of Esau, Edom, the wicked. Okay. Of course, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who were well, peace and salutation again to the elect. So, Shemiyah Amafa, my name is Amafa, my young God Waller Cub from the Great Millstone Plain Tables Camp. My God Waller Cub Machana is camp. Great Millstone is God Waller Cub. Alright, in the city by Yar of Philadelphia. I'm Lamadi Ma'ite, coming with a lesson little, or a wee lesson. I mentioned in my previous lesson, which was going into a bit some of the different new draconian measures which they're introducing here in Pennsylvania about straight travelers have to have a negative test results for the disease. Okay, 17 hours they would have to have it presented before I believe entering into the state. So of course that goes into a man shall desire to enter a city and shall no be able to. As many people are known for taking the various tests and such. And as in New Zealand, I don't have the actual information, but I've heard it and seen it. New Zealand, they've been I believe they've been taking a lot of this that they want to take any tests to different detention centers, okay, and tell them, look, this is encourage you to take the test, because you taking the test and complying will get you out of the of course the concentration camp. All right, and I have to probably find that information. Okay, I'll return with that at another time, Yahweh Tzah, because I seen a wee news report of it with this particular leader of New Zealand, the chick, and if I'm not mistaken, if that's her name, Jacinda Ardern, say it, talk about it. So of course, the times of overthrowing insurrections and sedition, time of imprisonment, persecution is upon us. Right? There's no time to be joking about. I was wanting to say effing about, but mucking about, playing about, and such, and being a nugget. Those days are through. Time to walk in prudence, and it's high time to wake out of sleep. Okay, so let's go back to that on this is off the STV.TV, which is one of the news stations out there in Scotland. Okay, Nicola Sturgeon, which is a first minister over there in Scotland, the leader, she had a conference with I believe the rest of their Scottish Parliament, which went over the new restrictions, which I want it to play, but I'm probably gonna play it. I may attempt to play this other one, which you know, the chick is at the beauty salons was talking about how, you know, this affects them, because I believe under the tier 4 restriction, it restricts salons. All right, so as it says here, the toughest COVID the CV9 virus restrictions have been placed on the 11 council areas, mostly in west of Scotland. All right, which that includes Glasgow. All right, as she says, you know, in the video. Okay, and you can see East Dunbarton, or the East Dunbartonshire, West Dunbartonshire, North Lanarkshire. You got, of course, the rest of the shires here. Stirling, you know, Stirling. I've been there, and West Lothian. All right, of course, Glasgow as well. You know, so, and it says that non-essential shop, pubs, restaurants will have to close for at least 3 weeks from 6 p.m. on Friday under the level 4 lockdown. Close contact services such as hairdressers and the beauty salons will have to shut their doors, or the Latham doors cigar shut. All right, and it will, and that's in Hebrew, and it will be against the law, their law, from Friday to travel in and out of level 3 and 4 council areas. So you traveling in and out of these different councils, you can't do that, you know, under the rules in which E is given out. All right, is prescribing. All right, so, you know, let's just get some of these scriptures real quick. You know, how right as I make this a quick video. Let's see. Want to think of either Psalms. If I'm not mistaken, if it's, I could get first. I could start with Isaiah, the 10th chapter. It's Isaiah 10:1. It says, "Woe unto them that decree righteous decrees, and that right grievousness in which they have prescribed." All right, which going into the word for prescribed, you got kathab, which goes into write or record when you go into the Hebrew. Okay, to record, to write. All right, to describe and writing. Okay, which they do these different laws. Okay, to turn the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, the Israelites, that the widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. All right, Israelites. Okay, and we have a lot of Israelites out there in Scotland which are suffering, because you go back in the history, we've been scattered. And of course, we've ruled in of course, Scotland. You know, I've seen it with my own eyes and my own ears, and heard and experienced a lot of different Israelite foreigners that look like the speckled bird, Israelites that look like the heathen. All right, look like and even look like the other heathen nations, but are actually Israelites. Okay, so try the spirit by the spirit. Okay, grievousness is Imal, which goes into toil and labor. Okay, let's go. I want to get another scripture, which is how Racha comes up to the Psalms 93, which I want. I have to get it physically. I think it's Psalms 93. It's either Psalms 93 or 92. Slakia, Yahweh Ratazah, find the scripture. Give me a wee moment. It might be 94. Let's see. Alright, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna just get this and then I'll get the other one. Oh, there it is right there. This is the book of Psalms chapter 94 and 7. It is in 16. It says, "Who will rise for me against the evildoers, and who will stand up against the workers of iniquity?" Workers of iniquity are Edomites, okay, who are actually bringing about this stuff to the world. All right, frame as we're gonna go into. "Unless the Lord Yahweh had been my help, my soul had almost dwelt in silence. When I said, my foot slippeth, thy chesed of mercy, chesedka, O Yahweh, held me up. In the multitude of my thoughts within me, thy comforts delight my soul." And this is our comfort in our affliction, the word of Yahweh Shem El Shai. Okay. It says, the scriptures, all right, the comforter. Okay. It says, "Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth deceit by law?" And it's very deceitful, the grounds in which they're, fraudulent claims in which they are actually instituting these different lockdowns. Of course, in the name of, beating the curve and lessening the spread of this so-called disease. Okay. It says, "They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous," the Israelites, and especially the elect, right, "and condemn the innocent blood." You're condemned with damnation, or Rashai. Let's see. Yep, Rashai. Which of course Rashai goes into evil, wicked, okay, to condemn as guilty in civil relations. And by their laws, they put you as condemned if you may follow them. Okay. Because if you may wear a mask, if you may take this job, you're an enemy to the state. Okay, you're hurting your family, you're hurting the environment, the people, etc., by their words. Okay. But the Lord Yahweh is my defense, and my power is the rock of my refuge, my trust and such. Okay, the chasah, all right, my chasah, okay, which is of, and chasah is going to refuge or trust, all right, which is it'll be from also. It's hope, shelter, literally or figuratively, a hope, refuge, shelter, trust. All right, which that's your defense. You of course going into the terror of the Lord and being unaccessible, the access through Yahweh Shem Shai protection, Ganan, which is having that shield, Magan, which is a shield. All right, Ganan is going into I believe like a garden. Okay. Let's just go back to this real quick. It says I want to play it, but I don't want to get on. This is for, of course, fair use, use, which is educational purposes only. And they, of course, profit or gaining off of this. Okay, I don't own any of the content, the video that is, that's here. But of course, it says the decision was widely expected, with the First Minister Nicola Sturgeon previously suggesting it has been lined up to ease pressure on hospitals. So the same things is being said as the Ra'ash, or the beginnings, the heatings of the pandemic. Okay, they are saying that, hey, we need to help the national NHS, National Health Service, and such. Same in the United States, the hospitals, they'll just say it like that. We need to, and they have a overwhelming pressure of people coming in into, of course, a hospital. All right, it says, in the improved chances of lifting some of the rules of so-called, they got this Christmas. All right, this Christmas, which, that's going into one of the wicked high holy days that people worship, reverence here, which isn't biblical at all. Okay. It says, announcing the changes of the Scottish Parliament on Tuesday. And this, we just got different rules been told here in Pennsylvania yesterday for Philadelphia and today. So, this is a globalist agenda. I must note that. All right. It says, she told MSPs, I know people are frustrated with other restrictions have remained in place longer than planned, but the level 4 is intended to be short and sharp. It tell you not to trust thine enemy, for like iron rusted, so if his wickedness, and that's in the book of Sirach, I believe, the 10th chapter. So, you kindly trust their words, okay? I mean, how many times have they said that things are going to return? We're doing everything to, get the economy back up and open up jobs, and then look, they just take everything back from you. And you've been living under, of course, these restrictions. And there are other actual things in the world that are more deadly than this whole thing. Okay, but by what they say, hey, this is the most deadliest thing affecting the world. All right, but wait till you see what else Yahweh Shemashah got planned. All right, tell you about there's going to be pestilences. All right, more than what you see with this disease. It says the lifting of the level 4 restrictions, then, as we will do, they saying that, giving you hope, false hope, also means that they will not be a place for most of the Hanukkah period, which we already did already. Got together. I gotta go back and check the beginning date and such. I believe I gotta go back and check that. But yeah, we already reverenced it already for us. The feast of dedication, that is. All right, Chag, and then he goes to the dedication. It says, so again, while celebration may be different, there may be a greater degree of freedom. All right. It says, we will assess near the time and the level and apply which area when the level 4 restrictions end in December of 11. So, they got these different things, and over there in the UK, they're trying to, pretty much give the people. They institute their different various lockdown orders even before us here in Babylon. So, the dates, like you say, you have December the 11th. We got like lockdown measures here in the city of Philadelphia that are till the end of so-called January the 1st, and starting on the Friday of this month, being November the 20th year of prophecy. All right. Like I said, they're talking about, different council areas, East Lothian and Mid Lothian, will move down to tier or to level 2, having seen marked decline in prevalence of the virus. All right. So it says, Sargent said this. Sargent made a plea for people not to travel in and out of level 3 and 4 areas, which have said to be against the law from Friday. She said, to put it bluntly, and we will require to monitor this. if we see evidence that the people from South or East or South Ayrshire have visited places in North Ayrshire, because you can kind of go from, place for place within the 4th tier lockdown, or people from Glasgow going into Inverclyde, Slocky if I got that mispronounced, we have no choice but to put these places into level 4 too. So that they place right here is I believe in another tier, but if I'm not mistaken, Slovakia. So it's essential that we abide by all the travel restrictions. Okay. So you see this, and let me see. Like I said, it's granted different businesses. I want to play this video. I really do want to play this video. It done took me to YouTube. And the ownership
the last few months has been just a constant cloud over our head of worry about the threat
of course you can read the various subtitles if you can, of course, understand the Scottish tongue. She pretty much just said about who all these different things have been a big worry over heat. I'm gonna play it more.
Of lockdown are tier 4. People have told me they're in tears worrying about it, because
in tears worrying about it. And this is a owner of a salon right out there in Scotland, right?
So many of us are relying on December to kind of see, I suppose, have a good end to what's been a really difficult year. It's not a case of
right, so you got a lot of them that they pretty much are hoping that as December the 11th, things will loosen up and they can reopen or something. Another tier, be under another tier and be able to open up and have profitability. But I'm pretty, look, how things are going, it don't look like they want these different businesses open. All right, they don't really. Okay, they've already proved that. Okay, by killing small businesses.
You earn so much more in December, and it's great. It's actually a case of December earns you your January, February being quieter, and just gets you through that. So yeah, December is a huge month for us. Tier 4 eating into more into.
And a lot of people during their times, they make a lot of money. Of course, having say like in a beautician business, having everybody, of course, get dolled up, the chicks, these birds, get dolled up. They go to different adulterous Christmas parties and different eating and different going out, then different festivities. Well, if they end it, there's here in U.S. they talking about they so-called Christmas or they Thanksgiving here, so you're losing out. Pretty much, like I say, the new normal is eliminating. The Lord is eliminating these different idols and such. Here, because the Lord is gonna remove all these different wicked, and the Lord ain't have no pleasure in these different false high holy days in which He reverence and set up for people to follow. Okay, and the mirth is being stripped from this place. Let me get another scripture real quick. Let me see. Give me a wee moment. Might get a couple of them. I'm reading them up. I'm gonna read them probably, and they bringing them up on the screen. So give me a wee moment. Alright, so this is book of Isaiah chapter 17 and verse 7. It says, "And at that day shall a man look to his Maker, and his eyes shall have respect to the Holy One of Israel, and he shall not look to the altars, the work of his hands." You know, and many people, like I said, they got these different altars, you know, to these false, dumb idols, okay, set up. It says, "Neither shall respect that which his fingers have made, neither the groves or his images," these various churches and these various false idols, you know, these iconoclastic images of the Messiah, the angels, you know, and all of that. Okay, the Israelites, you know, the Lord's gonna bring down all the different things that are false in these times. Okay, this is the book of Jeremiah chapter 1 and 16. "And I will utter my judgments against them touching all their wickedness, who have forsaken me, and have burned incense unto other gods, and have worshipped the works of their own hands." Okay, this is Micah 1 and 7. "And all the graven images thereof shall be beaten to pieces, and all the hires thereof shall be burnt with fire, and the idols thereof will I lay desolate, for she gathered it of a hire of an harlot, and they shall return to the hire of an harlot." This is Micah 5 and 13. "Thy graven images also will I cut off, and thy standing images out in the midst of thee, and thou shalt not worship the work of thine hands." This is Micah 5 and 14. "And I will pluck up the groves out in the midst of thee, so will I destroy thy cities." And the Lord definitely destruction the cities, you know, with these different lockdown measures, which he is coming in the name of this whole disease, you know, which really he wants to bring the solution, which is the max.
We're into December than probably what it had to, really, is the difference between a lot of businesses remaining opened and closing.
Right, so I think she even mentioned about how, you know, if you know, pretty much business was able to
remaining opened and closing.
Remain open, and what
is the difference between a lot of businesses, really, is what it had to, really, for them, probably what it had to, really, is the difference between a lot of businesses remaining opened and closing. For eating into more into December than probably a huge month for us. Tier 4 eating into more.
Yeah, I mean, it has a big. Basically, I believe she's talking about it have a big difference in whether, you know, these businesses are open and are closing. So she's pretty much admitting that if December isn't good for her, if they, you know, they open back up, look, she's gonna be closing down. The Vanilla Salon isn't going to be open. All right. Yeah, how Ratazah, because, you know, a lot of these, you know, you can see that, you know, the stress in her face, and her punya, you know, punya in her face, you know, as she's speaking and giving this interview. You know, she pretty much, you know, I could see the tears hitting. You could see when somebody's sad in grief, you know, but yeah, and uneasy. All right. Got in a different comment board people even talking about this is a corporate takeover, crushing all the any other business. Yeah, and they only want pretty much over there. I would just think like places like Tesco, Yazda, you know, and that's it. You know, they're gonna grind. It's gonna be crazy. So let me read this last scripture. This is Psalms 94 and 23. "And he shall bring upon them their own iniquity, and they shall cut and shall cut them off in their own wickedness. This is the Edomites. The Lord gonna bring this, all right, upon them. Yeah, because look, the Lord is gonna actually overturn their actual enterprise. You know, while they're eating their belly, they're thinking they got their whole plan set up and completion with the chip and all, and the Lord's gonna come back and bring judgment and destroy this place. All right, it says, yeah, Yahweh, our power shall cut them off. All right, which Yahweh Allahai Yanawa, which is our power. I want to see what that word, what they got for cut. Tazamath. Alright, so that's pretty much the lesson. I just wanted to do something real quick, highlight it. Oh yeah, there's another scripture. There's another scripture actually. It's in because I was talking about in my other video about, you gotta be in a time to lose and such, and a lot of these people are gonna lose. Definitely. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna bring this one. This is 2nd Ezra 16:19. Behold, famine, plague, tribulation, and anguish are sent for scourges for amendment. Yeah, this is gonna be for correction. All right, because things is harder. All right. I mean, it's crazy. Let me get this other scripture. Let's talk about they that occupy merchandise or something like that. How righteous I get it. Yeah, this is 2nd Ezra 16:47. I'm gonna start a bit above. It says, I'm gonna leave it right there. It says, and they that occupy their merchandise with robbery. And that's not it. It's like, yeah. Give me a wee moment. I gotta find this scripture. Might have to find in the physical scriptures. Let's see, but let's see, something about those who shall gain loss. Yeah, that's it, right? Alright, this is one. Yeah, this is it. It's 45 once you get started there. It says, and therefore they that labor in vain. It says, going back to verse 47, now it says, and they that occupy their merchandise with robbery. This is the scripture I just read. But I can get that one. And then there's another scripture, that I'm thinking about, but talk about losing. That pretty much they that are damn, I can't even quote it. Like prepare to lose, something like that. Something like that, but it might, I don't know where it's at. Slakia, but yeah, y'all right, so I'll find another scripture and another lesson. I gotta, of course, move on to the next lesson. Yahweh Ratazah, so Shalom to the elect. You see what it is. Glasgow among 11 councils to put into level 4 lockdown. All right, so things are being tightened up here because the devil knows he got a short time, so he's gonna keep placing these draconian measures on the people. All right, so shalom till next time.